goats. That would be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
You just give me the heads up when we want to get started. Do we want to go?
I think we
We'll
can
go
start.
and we'll let people in as we need to.
And I will check for a while if somebody's coming.
Yep.
Okay, so does everybody have enough space that they can lay down? Because that's how we're going to start again. We're going to do similar to last week for the ladies that were here last week. So we're going to do something similar. So I'll get everyone to lay down on your back. It's okay if you moan and groan getting down, it's fine. Good, so we're just going to take a minute to lay down on your back. I want you to really let your spine drop down to the floor. So just really focus on breathing, slowing everything down. Now, just a quick reminder, your legs are out straight, but I don't want you to hold your toes up. Just let them fall to the side. Arms are along the side of your body. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. So this is where we don't want to hold our breath. I want you to take nice big deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And slowly, as you exhale, just let your spine fall. So the first part we're going to do, keeping it nice and easy, I just want you to bring your right knee up to your chest. If you can hold the top of it, hold the top. If it's easier just to have it there, then you can just have it there. The leg that's on the floor, I want you to press your heel towards the wall. I know you can't see mine, but I really want you to try and push that heel towards the wall. Good, we're gonna bring this leg back down to the floor. Let your hips drop down. On your next breath, bring the other knee up. And again, just pressing the leg that's on the floor, press the heel to the wall. Good, perfect. Let's bring that leg back down to the floor. We're going to go back to the first leg, tuck it in. But just to warm up through that hip capsule, I'm going to get you to make tiny little circles to the outside. So just opening up through your hip, slowly letting it go wider and wider. Good, let's tuck it back in. See if we can bring it just a little bit closer to our chest. And we'll bring it back down to the floor. Good, take a nice big deep breath. Let's not hold our breath. Other knee comes up. And we'll do the same thing. So just nice, easy circles to the outside, starting small. Gradually getting those circles as wide as you can. And let's tuck it back in, see if we can bring it just a little bit closer. Perfect. We're going to bring the other knee up. So we've got both knees up, tucked in nice and tight. Take a second. You can rock side to side if you need. Just let your body adjust. And from here, we're just going to drop our feet to the floor so your knees stay bent. Good. Hands are going to be on the floor. They're going to support you, and both knees, we're just going to drop them to the left-hand side. Drop them down as far as you can, and you're going to look over that right shoulder. Perfect. So you're getting a nice gentle spinal twist. We'll hold it for 2 more breaths. Then we'll come back up to center and slowly drop your knees to the opposite side. So same thing, I want you to look over your back shoulder. Good, let's bring our knees back up to center. And this time we're just going to do a little butterfly. So place the soles of your feet together and just let your knees drop open. So you might find that you're a little tight, excuse me, you're a little tight through your hips. It's okay if you just rock it out a little bit. Good. We'll bring our knees back together. And we're going to roll over onto our side. It doesn't matter which side you start with. Try not to get too close, kiss the screen. I just want both hands out in front, your knees stay bent. And what our focus is on this one, we're going to open up through our chest. So you're going to bring that arm all the way back to the floor. Good. And come on back. You're going to bring those hands together. Take a nice big deep breath, and as you exhale, reaching all the way back. And again, one more time, bring those hands together. Take a nice big deep breath. Exhale. This time we're just going to hold it back. Perfect. Let's bring our knees up to center. And very slowly rolling over onto the other side. And we'll do the exact same thing. Hands to hand, rotate, bring that arm all the way back. Good. And then again, palm to palm. Rotating open. So this is on your breath. You don't have to rush it. Go nice and slow. On your third one, we're just going to hold it all the way back. Good, let's hold it for 2 more breaths. And slowly we'll bring our knees back up, tuck them into our chest, nice and tight. So remember, if you need to open up your knees, create a bit of a pocket, you can open up your knees, whichever is most comfortable for you. But we're going to try and go further into this. If this is enough, I want you to stay here. Again, always listen to your body. But if you can, you're going to take a nice big deep breath and you're going to bring that forehead up. The goal is to get your forehead to your knee. I'm not going to make it today. Good, let's bring our head back down to the floor. Knees come down nice and slow. And I'm going to get everyone to roll over onto your stomach. Good, so we'll just lay here for a second. If it helps, rest your forehead down on your hands. Again, just allowing our spine to drop down. This is where we're going to get into the fun stuff today. So only do what your body can let you do. Okay, so from here, I want you to bring that right leg, your heel towards your bum. Good. If you can, you're going to take your right hand, you're going to reach back and hold the top of that foot. Perfect. So keeping your head down towards the floor, keep a nice neutral spine. Do you guys feel that in your hips, in your quads? Maybe just a little?
Or a lot.
That's good. Good. Let's bring this one back down to the floor. And when you're ready, we'll get the other side. So same thing, bring that heel towards your bum. If you can, reach around. So you might notice that your quads, they might start to feel like they're getting tight. I want you to really focus on releasing through that muscle. Good, let's bring it down. We're going to slide our hands underneath our shoulders. Now, paying attention to your back and the flexibility that you have through your spine. If you can, I'm going to ask that you take a big deep breath, exhale, and we're going to push up. Now, if this hurts, I want you to come down into your Sphinx. Okay, so you're on your elbows, shoulders are back. We're not sinking into them. Shoulders are back, and you're just looking up nice and high. Good. If you can, you're going to come up to your upward facing dog. But only if you can. I don't want it to hurt. Good. Let's come on back down to the floor. Rest for a second. We're going to do that one more time. Nice big deep breath. As you exhale, I want you to push up to whichever level works best for you. Perfect. Let's bring it back down. You guys ready for the wild and crazy part? You're going to bring both heels back towards your bum. You're going to reach around with your right if you can. Reach around with your left if you can. If you can't, just focus on one side. Good. So if this is enough of a stretch, you can stay here. Or if you wanted to go further into it, you can go into what's called your bow. And you're just lifting your chest and your knees up off the floor. Choose the level that works best for you. Good. Let's come down and relax. Everything down. Just enjoy it for a second. I love taking these little breaks because you can feel the blood rushing to the muscles that we just finished stretching. Good. So we're going to go back into that bow pose one more time. So if you can, both heels back to your bum, reaching around. If this is enough, I want you to stay here. If you can, you're going to lift your chest and your knees up off the floor. So squeeze those shoulder blades together. Open up through your chest. And let's bring it back down. Relax. Good. We're going to slide our hands back under our shoulders, pushing up to that upward facing dog. And then from here, we're going to just, I'm moving forward. You're just going to pull your hips back, drop your forehead to the floor. Just relax your arms this time. Don't worry about stretching them too much. So in this pose, open up your knees a little bit, create that pocket for your belly. Lots of space for those big deep breaths. Nobody's holding their breath, right? We're all breathing nice deep in through our nose, out through our nose. Good. Let's come up to our tabletop. So our spine is neutral, hands are under our shoulders, knees are under our hips. We're going to do a couple cat-cows. So I just want you to pull everything up, tuck your chin in. You're really trying to open through your shoulders, down your spine. And then we're going to push everything down, looking up as high as we can. And again, pull everything out. Good, moving it back down. We've got 2 more, just like that. Pull up. And bring it back down. 1 more set. Up as high as you can go. Tuck that chin right to your chest. And back down, looking all the way up. Good. Let's come back to a neutral spine. So we tried this one last week. It was a bit of a challenge. So we're going to keep doing it until it's easy. So this one is called the bird dog. You might know it. What's going to happen, I want you to hold your left leg out and your right arm out. Okay? I'm going to get everyone to look down towards the floor so you have a nice, yes, nice neutral spine. Perfect. What? It looks so much better this week. Okay, come on back in. And we're going to get the other side. Stretch it out. And let's tuck it back in. Good. We're going to go to the first side again. I really want you to focus on pushing that heel to the wall, and you're trying to really stretch and touch the other wall with your fingertips. Good. Remember, look down towards the floor. Nice. Yes. Wonderful. And let's tuck it in nice and tight. And other side, same thing. Push your heel towards the wall, fingers to the other side. And let's tuck it in. Okay, so we're going to combine that bow pose and this together. We're going to give it a whirl. Do what you can. There might be some tumbles, there might be some chuckles, and that's okay. So what's going to happen, you're just going to stretch that leg out. Opposite arm comes out, so you're set. You know this is what you want to do. Then you're just going to curl it in, grab the top of that foot, and hold it. Okay, if it's easier, you can just leave that knee on the floor and try and grab the top of the foot there, and then pull the knee up. Good, nice. And let's bring it down. We'll get the other side. So if you don't want to reach around, you could just hold your bird dog. That's fine too. Good, yep. I can see in the top corner somebody has their foot. That's all I can see. Perfect, let's bring it down. Everybody come on back down into that child's pose. Just relax your arms. And let's take a couple minutes, not a couple minutes, a couple breaths here. So in this position, what I really want you to focus on as you exhale, you're trying to release through your hips and you're just allowing your bum to slowly drop closer to the floor. Good, we'll hold it for 2 more breaths. We'll come back up to that tabletop. And we're going to thread the needle. So you're going to take one arm, it slides underneath the other one. So you come down to your shoulder and the other arm stretches out nice and high. Good, nice and slow. We'll come back up. And when you're ready, We'll drop down to the other side, threading the needle. Good, that looks great. You guys are doing awesome. Perfect. Let's come back up to this tabletop. All right, so from here, we're going to work on these hips. If you can, right leg is going to come forward. Placing your hands on either side of your foot just to get some balance. And for a second, we're just going to rock back. And then we're going to move forward. Nice small movements. Just allow your body to understand where we're going to take it next. Good. If we can go one more time, nice short movements. And let's pull it back. Good. Come on up. So what's going to happen? Your arms are going to come up nice and high. And we're going to do the same thing. Sorry, can't see me. Hands are going to come up nice and high. And you're just going to rock forward. And then hands come back to support you. Pull our hips back. Good. So we'll rock forward. Really get those hip flexors. Exhale, come on back. Really push your hips right back. And again. Pushing back. One more time. See if we can just go a little deeper into it. Don't hurt yourself. And let's come back. Push that hip back. Good. We're going to come back to neutral. Keep that knee nice and bent. Now I'm going to ask that you put the weight on the inside hand. You're going to turn towards the inside of your knee. Arm comes up. Yes. Sorry, I know I'm out of the screen. And let's bring this hand back down. We're going to do that again. Take a nice big deep breath. As you exhale, let's bring it up. Do you guys feel that you're getting a stretch through your glutes and it's kind of forcing your knee out a little bit? I'm going to ask that on the next one. So come on back down out of that. Relax for a second. So on this one, we're going to try not to let our knees drop out. Okay. Mine tends to do it a lot too. I have to be really conscious of it. So let's take that deep breath. Good. Do you notice a difference? Not letting it just fall out. We're really getting the twist through our spine. Good. Let's come on back down. Just relax for a second. Sit back on your heels. So remember, if this hurts, sometimes sitting on your heels might hurt. You can put a towel underneath the top of your feet. Roll your shoulders back, just relax for a second. Good, we're gonna go back into our tabletop and let's get the opposite leg up. So remember those nice short little movements, just warming up our hips, getting them ready. So just rocking back and forth 4 times. Every time we're going to ask that hip to try and open up a little bit further. Good. Oh my goodness, did you have amazing flexibility in your hips? Look at that. Good. All right, so this time we're going to come up nice and tall. Arms come up. We're going to rock forward. Hands come down for support. Your toe can come up off the floor. You're pulling those hips back. Good. Pushing forward. Pulling it back. 2 more times. Let's push it forward. We'll pull it back. We've got 1 more set. Pushing it forward. Pull it back for the last time. Good. Let's come back in. Just have that knee bent. We're going to work on that twist. So hand on the inside of your foot is going to take the weight. You're twisting towards that knee. Open up through your chest. Can you see me? Don't know if you can see. So if we're like this, I'm turning towards the inside of my knee, bringing that arm up. Yes, perfect. Hand comes down, just relax for a second. And we're going to do that again. So get ready, take your breath, and let's rotate up. And we'll bring it back down. Good. Slide this leg back to our tabletop. You guys ready to get wild and crazy? Curl those toes under. We're going to go up into that downward facing dog. First one, remember, keep your knees bent, and we're just going to pedal through. Good. Let's come back down to our hands and knees. Just relax for a second. We're going to go back up into that again. So remember, when we go up, I want you to have your fingers spread apart. We're covering as much of the floor as we can. You're going to pull those hips up. So what I'm trying to do is touch the ceiling with my tailbone, and then I really drive back with my arms. Okay, so we're getting that stretch through our shoulders as well as down the back of our legs. Good, come on back down. So we're gonna go into that same downward dog. We're going to challenge our hips a little bit by going into our pigeon. If you need a blanket or a pillow, if you have it by, you can use it. But what's going to happen, we're gonna come up. Everybody come on up with me. Downward facing dog. We're gonna go to a three-legged dog. So take that right leg, drive it up to the ceiling. Good. Now the leg that's towards the ceiling is going to come all the way in, and it's going to cross in front of my body on the floor. Can you see that? Does that make sense? So my leg is crossed in front, and then the back leg is completely straight, resting on the floor. Good. So in this position, generally, you want to look up nice and high. So we're getting the stretch come from our chin all the way down to our belly button. Good, yes. If you find that this is too much, this is where you can take the pillow or a towel and you can put it underneath your hip if you need. Sometimes I like to just kind of rock around in this one until we find that perfect juicy spot, and then we just hold it there. Good. We want to make sure we're not sinking into our shoulders. Pull them back. Yes, much better. Perfect. So what's going to happen, that back leg, let's curl that toe under. Getting ready. We really need to use our core. We're going right up into that downward facing dog. Perfect. From here, let's lift the other leg up. And then we're going to drive it into that pigeon. Yes, nice. Perfect. How are your arms feeling? Are you guys okay? If you need, you can come down. If you can, it's not easy. And just relax your hands. For those of you that do a lot of walking or running, climbing stairs, sitting in a car, this is like the best stretch for you. Good. We're going to get ready. Downward facing dog. So curl those toes under. Pulling all the way up. Good. Drive those hips up into the ceiling. Allow your head to drop between your arms. And from here, we're going to walk as close as we can to our hands, and then slowly roll it up to standing. I don't know if you can see me. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. So when we're standing, let's just roll those shoulders back. We're going to take a couple nice big deep breaths. So inhale, arms come up above. Let's exhale, bring it back down to heart center. And again, with our arms, big inhale, sweeping up over our head. Hands come back to heart center. Good. This time, we're going to bring our big breath up. And as we exhale, I'm going to ask that you just hinge at your hips. Allow yourself to just kind of fall down. Let your belly rest on your knees. Keep your knees slightly bent for this one for now. And then wherever you are, I want you to tuck your chin into your chest. Your hands can just hang there. If it's easier, you can just grab your elbows. Good. Let's slowly roll it up. Do not go fast. At the top, take a nice big deep breath. Exhale, hands come back down to heart center. Good. We're going to take another breath. Bring up. Same thing. Folding forward as we exhale. So while we're here, it's okay if you rock around a little bit. Just kind of allow your body to move. Find the position that feels best. And we're going to roll all the way up. Hands back to heart center. Good. I'm going to add more to this. So let's take a big deep breath. We're going to exhale, hinge at our hips, fall forward. This time, I believe we did this last week. You're going to straighten out your legs, straighten out your back. So we're in what's called like a ski jump position. It's the Olympics. We have to do something like this. So you're really trying to press your chest down towards the floor. Keep a nice neutral spine. If I was to put a marble on your back, it's not going anywhere. Good. We're going to just exhale and allow everything to ragdoll down. Perfect. We're going to roll all the way up again, nice and slow. Hands come back to heart center. Good. Were we okay with that one? Nice big deep breath. Exhale, folding forward. Come up halfway. Good. We're going to move a little bit quicker. I want you to drop all the way down, hands down, tuck your chin in. Big sweep up. Hands to heart center. We're going to do that one more time. Breath up. We're going to hinge at our hips, dropping down. This time, straighten out those legs, back to that ski jumper. Let's exhale and drop all the way down. Good. This time, I want you to bend at your knees, place those hands down on the floor. So we can actually touch the floor. Good. We're going to step back with that right foot. Step back with the left. We're in a nice strong plank. Then we're going to slowly come down to the floor. And whichever level suits you, you're going to push up. Good. From here, let's pull our bum back. Let's go into child's pose. Just relax your arms up front for now. I want you to relax your wrists. Good, we're gonna come back up, pull all the way up into our downward facing dog. Walk our feet in as far as we can, comfortably. Don't push it, and nice and slow. Let's roll all the way up. Hands back to heart center. Good. We're going to do that one more time. So nice big deep breath up, arms way above your head, hinge at your hips. Let's fold forward. Good, take your breath. We're gonna come straight to that jumper, our ski jumper. And then this time we're gonna fold all the way down so our hands can go flat on the floor. And then we're gonna step back into the plank. Good, core is nice and tight. Let's drop it down towards the floor and push up. So whichever level you're at, if you're at your upward facing dog or even in your Sphinx, remember to pull those shoulders back. We're not sinking into them. Pull them back. Good, beautiful. Hips come back into our child's pose. Enjoy a bit of a rest. Perfect. So let's come back up to that tabletop. And we're going to start working backwards. So right leg comes forward. Good. And remember that rocking back and forth. So I want our arms to come up. And then as we exhale, we're going to come back, push it back 4 times. Inhale, come up, rocking forward. Exhale, pushing those hips back. Don't rush your breath. Good. Do we have one more? I lost count. Perfect. We'll bring this leg back and we'll get the other side. So same thing, we've already done this. Nice big deep breath up. And pushing back, listen to your body. That toe comes up off the floor. You're really trying to drive those hips back, get that stretch in your hamstrings. Good, nice. Listen to your body. If you need to hold a stretch somewhere a little bit longer, that's okay. If you need to go into child's pose and take a rest, that's okay. Good. We're going to keep this knee forward. Hand on the inside takes the weight. Open up through your chest and come back down 3 times. Good, nice. And then slowly we'll slide that leg back. The other leg will come forward. And same thing. So if you wish, if you find that this is easy, you can come up on that back leg, straighten out your back leg, and do the exact same thing. Whatever level you're at, comfortably. Good. So when we're done, we're going to come back into our tabletop. We're going to thread the needle again, stretch out through those shoulders. So let's bring our right arm through. Left arm goes in front. If you find it hurts to have that arm up top, you can wrap it behind your back, whichever works best. Good. On this one, as you exhale, if you can allow your shoulders to open up a little bit more, allow your body to drop towards the floor as you exhale every time. We're going to hold it a little bit longer this time. And nice and slow, we'll come up out of that and other side. So same thing. You might find that one side is tighter than the other. That's okay. Just listen to what your body's telling you. Don't push it. Good, let's hold it for another breath and then we're going to come up nice and slow. Position yourself back into that tabletop so hands are directly under your shoulders, knees are directly under your hips. And we'll do our bird dog, left leg out, right arm. So we're not going to get lazy with that back foot. I want you to really drive your heel towards the wall. And let's tuck it in. Good. Other side, take your breath. As you exhale, let's stretch everything out. Perfect. Come on back down. We're going to drop down to our stomach. Just rest your forehead on your hands for a second. Allow your spine to drop back down. Good. So I feel like our hips and our back should be prepared for this again. We're just going to take the right foot, bring it towards your bum, reach around with that right hand, hold the top of your foot. Good. Is it easier this time? Easier than in the beginning?
Not burning.
Perfect. Good. Let's bring it down. We're going to switch it up, other side. Yeah, see, it worked. Perfect. Good. Let's bring our feet back down, sliding our hands under our shoulders. Take a nice big deep breath. I want you just to push up, look up nice and high. This is our downward or upward facing dog. We won't hold it long, and let's bring it back down. Good. We're going to do that one last time. Big deep breath. Exhale. Remember, pull those shoulders back. We're not sinking into them. And let's come on back down. All right. Back to the tricky stuff for the last time. If you can, both feet up. Reach around. If just holding them is enough, I want you just to hold them. Or if you wish, you can lift everything up. Mine feels more impressive than it looks. Good. Come on back down. Just relax. I'm going to get everyone slowly to roll over onto your back. and we're going to tuck both knees up. Just take the pressure off your back. Good. So remember, if it's easier, you can have your knees open. We're going to bring our feet down to the floor so our knees stay bent. Hands are on the floor just for support. And again, dropping both knees to the left-hand side. And we're going to look over that right shoulder. We'll hold it for another breath. Slowly bring our knees back up to center, dropping them to the other side. Good, and looking over your opposite shoulder. Perfect, let's bring our knees back up. Now I just want you ladies to lay for a second. So if it's easiest to have your legs out straight, if you want them up to your chest, whichever works best for you, if you want to lay on your stomach, on your side. But I'm going to ask that we take the next couple minutes, close your eyes. And I want you to really focus on your breathing. So if it helps holding your belly so you can actually feel your breath come in and leave. What I really would like you to try and do as you exhale, just feel your body melt into the floor. If there's any tension that's been built up, I want you to focus in the area of the tension and try to relax those muscles. Big deep breath in through your nose, back out through your nose. If your legs are straight, toes are dropped to the side. Every breath, you're filling your belly up and your lungs as much as you can and letting it out as slowly as possible. Good. If you can, give me one more nice big deep breath. And we're just going to let it out. And again, just like that, big deep breath in. And just let it out. Good. If you've kept your eyes closed, we're going to open them. Wiggle our toes, wiggle our fingers, wake our body back up. I wanted to stay there longer, but I might actually fall asleep, so we're not going to do that. Good. And only when you're ready, you can stay here. You're at home. You can stay here as long as you want, but only when you're ready. You're going to slowly roll to the side. The hand that's on top is just going to be the hand that helps drive you back up. There. Good. And just take another minute. Just relax. Rock your legs out if you need. Roll your shoulders back. And just enjoy you time, because I can see you're all in rooms alone. And I don't know if you're like me where I have my family locked away in other rooms. And I feel like I just want to take this time. So just take this time. But we are done for another day. How do we feel? Good? Yeah? Awesome. Are you guys all on mute? Yeah, awesome. So funny. Okay, well, thank you. I hope you guys had fun. I had a great time. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Tracy.
Yeah. So if ever there's anything you want to focus on, let me know ahead of time and we can really adapt the class to work on different areas if that works. Sometimes we're tight through our shoulders or tight through our hips, and you might notice that there's something you need more of. And if that's the case, just let me know.
Yeah, maybe send to me and I will send to Tracy.
Yeah, definitely. I'm open. And again, too, you were saying that sometimes Thursdays are not the best. So if in future, if we need to change, I'm good with that too.
I think next week we could do the same day, like on.
Yes. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll keep the February schedule that you guys have for sure. Yeah.
And then we'll decide what we're going to do going forward.
Yeah.
Yes. Fingers crossed.
Yes. All right. I'll let you
right.
know by next week.
Sounds wonderful. Have a great week, guys.
Yes. Thank you. See you.